Hi, everybody. This is Smidge, and we have Greg Fox here. Tell you what he is up to lately.
Well, NAMM is just certainly rocking this year, as it always is. A lot of great product, and it's always great to see all the people. For me, it's always a treat because I have so many friends in Seattle and Las Vegas, where I live now. And so, my friends out in LA too. So it's kind of that moment you get together and find out what everybody's doing, right?
Oh, yes.
So that's a lot of fun. And of course, to check out the new products and work on the endorsement deals, which I'm doing a lot of that here too. So I'm a keyboard player originally from Seattle. Spent many years kind of in cover bands in Seattle, and a lot of some of the most well-known. They would include bands like Ictus and Metro. Metro was a hugely successful cover band back in the day. And then 10 Bowls with Roger Fisher and Mike DeRozier from Heart.
Wow.
So,
very cool.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. During that time, I was doing some studio stuff with keyboard work for Queensryche. But, nowadays,
Yes, what are you up to now?
Nowadays, I'm split all over the map. My main touring act is actually Louis Prima Jr. and the Witnesses. Louis like Louis, Louis, Prima, JR.com. And that's the son of Louis Prima, the guy that wrote the song Just a Gigolo and Jump, Jive, and Wail and Old Black Magic and stuff like that. And so it's really unusual for me to do that because I'm really mainly a rock keyboardist, although I was trained classically. So it's been an unusual gig, but I've been with them now for almost 6 years, and it's going incredibly well. Just finished a record at Capitol Records in Studio B that will be released this February 2014. Very excited about that, and we tour all over the country all the time. I've probably logged, I don't know how many miles, but I've probably been on 40 different planes in the last year. Yeah. So that keeps me busy, and I enjoy that. It's a lot of fun. The way we do it, everybody in the band is all tatted, long hairs, and rockers. So we do like swing music with horns, trombones, and trumpets, and sax, but we do it like a rock band. So it's very powerful and very, very entertaining. There's 9 people on stage.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we're going to actually be playing for Mardi Gras here at the end of this month, so that's going to be fun too. Yeah.
Well, our theme this year is music education.
Yes.
What is your take on that?
Wow. Well, it's just sad that we're losing all the education programs in the country.
Right.
Those are the kind of things that created the artists of our day. The people with the talents, and it affects our entire culture. Everything we see, everything we think, everything we do, the way we feel about the world we live in is affected by art, and to see that going away is frustrating.
Yeah.
That's it teaches kids a different level of life. To see life in different ways and to experience it in different ways, and the joy of music that they might not find anywhere else. So you end up with a whole society of angry kids, right, that grow into angry adults.
Right.
Yeah.
So you find it as a therapy release?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. When I was a kid, I was the guy that used to get pantsed when I was in junior high school. I was the nerd. I played violin in orchestra. But so the music was my therapy, and that's where I first started songwriting. I'd go home to try to forget all the bad things that happened at school, and I would just play and practice and practice and practice. So that's where it all started, yeah.
So it definitely was therapy.
Absolutely. Huge therapy, a release. It still is to this day. No matter what's going on in life, I know if I have my piano and my keyboards, 6 hours can go by and I'm just fine, yeah. And it brings me back to myself, and that's the world I love to live in, the beauty of it and all that.
Do you find yourself trying to educate the younger society?
Yes, absolutely. It shocks me sometimes. I think maybe it's because of the shows I do and the circles I travel in, but I meet a lot of children that are amazingly aware. I mean, they actually know about Louis Prima. They know about all the prog rock bands that I grew up with and the hard rock bands that I grew up with. So I meet the kids that kind of have been experienced and they've been shown that. So they grew up with it from their mom and dad.
And you see the amazing talent too, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The kids are always so talented, but if they don't have it in school to learn and to practice, where's it all going to go? Unless they have the passion to reach out and branch out on their own and have that discipline, and that takes a lot of discipline for a child to do that. So that's where losing it in the school system is just tragic. Yeah.
So I agree, and I think you do too. We need to really work on getting the music education back in.
Absolutely. Like I said, it affects our whole culture and our society, and the ramifications, over the next few decades are just going to be horrible. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But I got to talk about one other thing while I'm here.
You go for it.
And it's my new project. It's called the Renaissance Rock Orchestra. And it's all my music, and it's me on keyboards, of course. And it's It's very prog rock. Some people have compared it to Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and I don't mind that happening because I love their music, and that's what I do. I was raised classically as a pianist, and play violinist too, so it has a lot of strings and orchestra, but I bring in a lot of really fun players in the project, which I think people will enjoy too. I have like Scott Rockenfield was on the first track that I did on drums. I'm hoping Alan White's going to do a drum track, and Slash's drummer is doing one too.
Very cool.
And guitarists like Jake Lee from Ozzy Osbourne and Robin McCauley from McCauley Schenker Group. So a lot of very experienced and well-known players that I think will help market the project too. So go check that out on YouTube, the Renaissance Rock Orchestra, and go to the website.
That was my next question is, you're going to have it all on there, right?
Absolutely, not to mention GreggFox.com.
We want to thank you for taking the time.
Thank you, Smidge.